I'm Russ, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. It's the weekend, guys, and it's a 2x Void event. On top of that is a 10x, for yesterday was Ursaga, so for any of you that pulled shards yesterday and were lucky enough to get her, congratulations, amazing champion. Today is Nekhret The Great, another awesome Void legendary champion. You really can't go wrong with either of these champions. My deciding factor on why I waited to get Nekhret instead of Ursaga is the fact that I have not finished the Undead Horde's faction crypt. So I figured this is the champion that could really help me finish both 20 and 21 in the faction crypt. He's an amazing champion. We can go through his kit just really quick. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 20% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff for 1 turn. This effect cannot be resisted, which is huge. Champions based on defense, no accuracy needed, great A1 ability. Teams up with allies to attack 1 enemy. All allies under ally protection buffs placed by this champion will join the attack. Allies joining the attack will use their default skills. Grant an extra turn if no enemies are killed during the attack. And then this ability here, or this skill, places a block buffs, a 50% ally protection buff, and a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 3 turns. The ally protection buff cannot be removed. And here's what synergizes great with their A2 is the fact that this ally protection, you do the A3, joins with all allies with their default skills. Great in the arena, great in tag team arena. It's going to be great in faction wars. Passive. Whenever an ally is attacked while under ally protection buff placed by this champion, place a shield buff on the ally equal to 30% of that champion's max HP for 2 turns. Occurs only if the ally does not already have a shield buff placed by this champion. Also decreases the cooldown of this champion's A2 skill by 2 turns if the shield buff is placed. Shields are a huge part of the game. It really helps. Again, faction war or faction crypt, it's going to be huge. One more passive, places a block buff and a 25% strengthen buff for 3 turns on the ally with the lowest max HP at the start of each round. Also places a 50% ally protection buff on them for 6 turns. The ally protection buff cannot be removed. This is such an amazing passive. This champion is great. He's an amazing champion. Increase ally resistance in all battles by 60. If you're looking for that extra resistance, just an amazing champion. I hope I pull him. With that said, during our 2x, which Plarium, shout out to Plarium. I don't recall if they've done this before with the 2x and the 10x. Maybe they've done it once before, but it's not a common thing. I hope this is a new trend. Again, shout out Plarium. I am way more likely to pull shards, way more likely to buy shards, even as a lower kind of mid spender, when you've really increased my odds of getting that champion I'm trying to get. Without the 2x event, your odds of getting a legendary are so low, and then the 10x isn't a guarantee. So when you add both of those together, it really entices me and hopefully entices the rest of the community to pull shards and to be able to get a champion that they're actually aiming for and that they want. Another great part about the 2x Void event is the likelihood of pulling both legendaries and epics is twice as much. So if there's some epic voids that you are looking for, again, now is the time to pull your shards. For me, There's three Void epics that come to mind that I really would like. Seer is an amazing champion. I won't go through her kit because I don't want to make this video too crazy long, but an amazing champion for waves, Doom Tower waves, Fraction Crypt if you need to get her through Fraction Crypts. An amazing champion. I do not have, this is not so much a want, but also I need her. I've struggled to get through hard Doom Tower. The waves is a huge problem for me, so it would be awesome to be able to pull her. The other two champions on my wish list, Godseeker Aniri, a clan boss specialist, has a extend debuff as well as a revive on death. Amazing champion. I more or less just think she's a really cool looking champion and would be something I would really enjoy to build. Don't ultimately need her to do better. I can three key clan boss Ultra Nightmare and 1 key Nightmare. But if you're someone that's looking for a champion to help you in clan boss, Godseeker Aniri is an amazing champion with an extend buff. Her, Sandlash Survivor, Vizier, or some of the other champions that have a similar kit when it comes to extending buffs. The other champion, I actually already have 1 copy. Inquisitor Shamil is, if you don't already know, gonna be one of the better champions for Hydra clan boss. I pulled one a few months ago, never built him. I knew he was a unique champion, and I've heard that he was pretty good, but didn't necessarily find a place in the game where I thought he was extremely viable or worth my resources to build. But he is a top Hydra clan boss champion, and again, as if you probably already know, you can't use the same champion twice. So if you find a champion like Shamil or another champion that really works well against the clan boss, at least right now we have the clan boss that's set up in the certain heads for this first week. We know he's a big part of it, and have multiple copies, especially being an epic, be easier to build a couple different ones. So to pull a second, even a third, not to get too greedy, it'd be cool to have multiple ones so that I can do the max amount of damage to the Hydra clan boss. Okay, with that said, that's my wish list. Hopefully I got 80 void shards. I should be pretty close with these 80 to getting past the mercy system. Mercy for the void shards is 200 void shards until you enter that mercy system that pretty much greatly increases your odds of getting a void after your 200 shard. I got 80. Maybe might buy more. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I have a much greater chance of buying shards when I know I have a better chance of getting a certain champion that I really, really want. We'll see how these 80 go. If I don't pull Nekhret, maybe I will buy a couple more, but let's worry about that after I pull these shards, because I think I'm going to get him along with a couple of those epics that I'm really looking forward to. Gonna pull these 20 or 10 at a time to start. Man, this has been one of the more nervous times. I've never pulled this many void shards before, so yeah, wish me luck. Belor, great champion. Man, no purple. Okay. Paid my blue tax. Ooh. Urgogrim. Oh, Oh man, a second arbiter. Wow. Not what I thought I was going to be pulling. Huh. Okay. I am struggling to get through my tag team arena, so having a second arbiter will greatly help that part of the game, not who I was looking for. Eurogrim, amazing champion. I know when first came out was almost like too strong, and I know they've buffed since then, but a great champion. I'll have to go through the kit. Tough the Maned, I know it's a newer champion I don't know much about. I'll have to dive into him as well. Man, first 20 shards and got a legendary. Again, not the legendary I was looking for, but let's see if I can get lucky and pull a second legendary, a Rowan. I just recently pulled a Rowan. Have not built her yet. But a good epic champion. Oh, Blind Seer, 2 legendaries in about 40 shards. I do not have Blind Seer. Umbral Enchantress, I have a couple of. Sasix, have him, great. I just got done beating Skinwalkers, or not Skinwalkers, Lizard Men, Faction Crypt, big part of getting through that. Blind Seer, man, I've wanted Blind Seer, not necessarily that I need her, but a champion that I thought was really cool. Attacks 3 times at random. Each hit is a 30% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 15. Okay. Places a block buff on all allies for 2 turns, then places a shield buff on all allies for equal to 30% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. Again, shields are great. Revives all dead allies to 35% HP. Places a block damage buff on all allies except this champion for 1 turn. This champion will receive the damage equal to 50% of their max HP. This will happen even if it kills this champion. It has a block damage. When you ascend, her revives all dead allies with 35% HP. Places a block damage buff on all allies except this champion for 1 turn. Okay. Increases ally defense in all battles by 34%. Wow. Dang. Wow. Two Legos, not the Legos I thought, but dang, we'll keep pulling. Man, I'd feel just almost kind of greedy if I got a 3rd legendary, but I was really hoping to get Nekhret. Skull Crown, amazing champion. I have a couple of Cold Heart. They talk about practically a legendary champion with her ability, her damage dealing. Another legendary. Oh my gosh. 3 legendary champions. Maneater. Oh man, I already have a couple of them. I've not done an unkillable team yet. Man. Turvold. Man. 3 legendary champions. What are the odds that you pull 3 legendary void champions in 80 shards or less than 80 shards, and then I don't get the 10 times champion? Attacks 1 enemy 2 times, has a 55% chance of placing a 25% weaken buff for 2 turns. Damage based on attack, attack-based champion. Places a 50% increase attack buff and a 30% increase crit rate buff on this champion for 2 turns. Gains an extra turn. Increase attack, increase crit rate. Places a 50% increase attack buff, a 30% increase crit rate buff, and a 30% increased speed buff on this champion for 2 turns. Okay, just a crazy damage dealer. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Damage increases according to the number of buffs on this champion. If the target is killed, reset the cooldown of the skill. Increases ally attack and faction grips by 42. Man. I know he hits hard when I play against him in Doom Tower or in faction grips. Man. Oh, Skull Crown. Man, what a crazy shard pull. Huh. I didn't get a single one of the epics that I wanted. I also didn't get the legendary. That's the 2 times legendary. I got 3 legendaries within. Oh, awesome. I do not have her. I was unfortunate and wasn't able to get her during the when we were able to pull shards for her, and I missed out. So amazing champion. I won't go through her kit, but an amazing unkillable comp champion. Dang. Pulling champions, just not any of the ones I thought I would. Got space for one more. Wow. I think I'm gonna save those 5. Man, that is a crazy pull. I can't believe I got 3 legendary champions, legendary void champions. One's a dupe. That's fine. Arbiter's a great champion. Got all my books. Got my chicken. Man, I'm excited. Got some champions to build. I wish you guys luck. I hope you guys were as fortunate as me to get some legendaries. Hopefully you get a couple of the epics that you were looking for during this 2 times and 10 times event. Again, wish you the best of luck. Hope you get a new fun champion that helps you through the game. And yeah, until next time.